All right. Bang. Thank you for joining me today, folks. We are starting up 3-on-3 right now. And boy, yesterday was a great one. We had a lovely trade. I'll get to highlight that one along with two other trades that we're seeing today. Let's get right to it. First, our disclaimer, as usual. This is the one where I say, hey, informational purposes only, folks. So, education, information, yep, we're all about that. But you got to go somewhere else for your investment advice. This is for education and information. All right, let's take a look at the IWM. Why? Because they've been buying like crazy in here for the past two sessions, even when we were down yesterday, even as they, were throwing up their hands over the Congress not passing the stimulus bill. Even then, they were buying upside calls. They're doing it again today. Take a look at the ones they're buying with the index at 105.5, let's call it. They were buying the May 115 calls in one big, huge print, 10,000 of them. That's a million share equivalent. You guys know the drill. If you buy 10,000 options, every option's for 100 shares of stock. So that means 100 shares of stock times 10,000, there's your million shares. So they put 10,000 times $331 because, again, if they're all representing 100 shares of stock, then an option trading for $3.31 is $331. So how much would 1,000 of those cost? Well, $300,000. How much 10,000 of them? $3 million. So pretty big bet that the IWM small caps go higher. That's what they did earlier today. Here's a look. As you see, even yesterday, as I was saying, the index was climbing from the basically that double bottom, at least short term, if not longer term, basically around the 96 level. It climbed from there, burst up to 101, pulled back down to 98, and then finished basically right at par yesterday, right at 100. And where is it today? Look at that gap up, folks. Gap's up and is trading, was trading just shy of 108. All right, let's do the next one. UUP. So UUP, this is the dollar bullish index. Also 10,000 bought in two prints. So basically somebody spent about 55 cents, let's call it, to buy two different prints of 5,000 apiece, or a total of 10,000, May 28 calls, just above where the dollar index is right now. UUP was trading 27.60 when this occurred. They bought those two big prints, and it is the fourth bullish trade we've seen in here in the last week. So again, we love following folks that continue to commit capital, especially if they've been right. And in the UUP, they have been buying these calls and other lower strike calls for quite a while. Love that. Here's the dollar index. There you see it, going back to March 19th, which would be, I guess, Thursday last week. They were buying, and they continue to buy calls in here. So keep an eye on it. You might be lucky enough to catch one of those big up moves like Thursday to Friday last week when it made that gap from $27.50 to 29 bucks. Bang. All right, let's take a look at this one now. All right, see, where are we? Oh, I think we're able to move that, aren't we? Yeah, there it is. This is the VXX. And I took this shot not too long ago, but the VXX yesterday, you'll recall, we were seeing unusual buying activity in the puts of the VXX. So as they bought those puts when the index was, call it 55, 56, we were saying somebody's making a pretty big bet on volatility going down. And that played out. in fact, that broke 40 this morning and traded down to 39.70 or thereabouts, maybe 39.80. And we said, man, you get a 20% move like that, you got to take advantage. To all the folks that complimented us on it, thank you. But then I said DDA, which stands for Discipline Dictates Action. So took some profits in there. I will reload if this one makes another move. I've got a small amount of puts left in here in case as this stimulus bill perhaps passes and we see a further crunching of vol. I'd love to profit more from this one, but you don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth. When you get a big trade like that, you got to take it. I am John Najarian. Delighted that you guys were joining me here for 3 at 3, and encourage you to tell your friends about it. We'll keep doing these as long as we possibly can because it's good for us to connect with you guys, and you get to see a little bit of what we do, even if we don't get to do unusual activity because of time constraints on the show. So I hope you have a great afternoon, and I look forward to seeing you soon right back here with 3 at 3.